Nobody likes onions. The show everyone loves to hate.
Okay. Did you ever, if you sit down too quickly, your underwear can cinch up your balls a little much. It's a little much. Hi, everybody. We still got the sign falling down back here. Your donations mean so much. We are saving up for a new sign. It's hard to find an artisan craft person to build what I want for the next sign. And you might say, Patrick, it's a little piece of the sign falling down. Why don't you just fix it? Maybe I will. After all, I built this one myself. Stained it myself. It does hold a personal place in my heart. But then I think to myself, I could probably get $7 to $19 on the open market for this mug fug. Hit the like button, won't you? Some people are saying nice palette. Yeah, for the keen-eyed amongst you, the wall has been fixed. I'm glad you think it looks like a palette, frankly. We're already getting some toot in the chat. Real men wear boxers. I wear boxer briefs, okay? I think that's important to note. I wear boxer briefs. I find them to be and of course, Kirkland. Does Kirkland make boxer briefs? Because they should sponsor me. I would buy everything. By the way, I don't know many things Kirkland that I do buy that I'm disappointed with. I buy the Kirkland bacon. I buy the Kirkland alcohol. I buy Kirkland toilet paper. I buy Kirkland paper towels. I buy Kirkland Kleenex. I buy Kirkland. I don't know, you know. I think Kirkland. They're the best. So if Kirkland makes underwear, I'm in. Let's grab a roll. Let's grab a pack. Does it come in rolls? That's what, because if we're honest, that's what I picture Kirkland underwear. That's how I picture it coming. Like in tear-off sheets. I don't want to talk about the what happened at the comedy special. We've come to an agreement about it. You know, they understand I don't want it put out. They understand, you know, the incident that happened. It wasn't, you know, entirely my fault. And so, you know, we'll just keep it. No one needs to know. That's the beauty of a special. You can do it and then decide, ooh, how about we don't? So that's great. I think most Kirkland products are name brand slapped with a Kirkland sticker on them. That's probably true. We got Max from China. Ironically, I met Max when he lived here in Vegas and I lived in Florida. So he's a weirdo. Get out of China. What are you doing in China? They're not your friends. They're an evil corp. Everything's a little too dark over here for my taste. Okay. Patrick, you're legendary. Thanks for the countless hours of entertainment. Get out of town. I don't mean that like, how do I? I can't believe it. J-Check. J-Check! And he's here. He's here, everybody. So yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I think the festival was a success, but obviously what happened at my taping was not look, the people that were there know what happened. I don't want to talk about it. It won't be put out. Don't worry about it. Well, maybe we'll do it again. I teach English at a private kindergarten full of rich kids. Tell me you have no skills without telling me you have no skills. These people who go overseas and teach English and do it with some sort of nobility, these are idiots. People teaching English abroad is one of the easiest, least requirement things in the world. So this guy sucks. He's an idiot. Don't tease me. What about? Come on, I can't. We came to an agreement about it where neither one of us will talk to it. I don't owe them any money. They won't put it out. We both walk away. But I don't, get to talk shit either. So, it's all water under the dust, okay? As they say. Don't most foreigners learn English from watching 60s sitcom? He admits it. It's easy, sweet, easy work. He admits it. We got him, everybody. We got him. Welcome to the program. No alcohol after what happened, of course, and no weed. For me, I'll be flying high. I'll be clean as a whistle until further notice. When something rattles your life like this, then you got to take accountability, show appreciation for the good things. I'm kidding, Max. Have a good day. Arigato. Yeah, people are starting to talk about Xi Jinping looking like Winnie the Pooh. And Max is like, I'm out of here. I can't be caught on WeChat with this sort of stuff. Are you not even, like, as a Chinese citizen, allowed to be in a room where this kind of conversation takes place? Because it seems a little extreme to me. I had a girlfriend who learned English watching soap operas when she came to the U.S. at 11. Yeah, we had a girl in high school, Caroline. She came from Brazil. So she only spoke Brazilian. Look it up if you don't get why that's funny. So she comes to the U.S., I want to say her sophomore year of high school. And over the summer, before school starts, she learned enough English to attend high school by watching Sesame Street. So literally learns her numbers and letters and jumps into high school. And then by senior year, I think we're in AP classes together. So, was able to hit the ground running after picking up English and jumping. So clearly very smart chick. But soap operas, I can't imagine. What are you learning from soap operas? You're talking like Guiding Light and Days of Our Lives and As the World Turns, General Hospital type stuff. But I had a girlfriend who taught English in other countries, and she's low skilled and dumb as fuck. So it doesn't take a lot, I'll tell you that, to go over there and do that kind of work. But that's just facts. Yes, all those general hospitals was her favorite. Oh, okay, great. Great talk. Hey, give us a like if you're watching the show. If you don't know, also, we recently dropped the overdose down to just $10. And for a very limited time, if you use promo code September, even though it's October, don't worry about it. We're so behind here at this program. We will give you 20% off. That's overdose for $8 a month, locked in. As long as you keep the sub, we'd love to have you. So head on over there. I'm so far behind on stuff. As you can imagine, the shit I've been under the past week has been fucking insane. So, join, give us some money. Just the legal fees alone, obviously, for this stuff are extremely, extremely high. And again, thank you for not making me live the trauma again and talk about it. You guys are so understanding when it comes to the messes I make, the situations I put myself in, and the stands that I take. We all gotta we've all gotta be together to make this mission go smoother. We can get it on our own if we just try. We've got to put on our saddles and kick the horse with our spurs. We've got to reach up to the angels in the sky. It's like a podcast I started with my dad when I was young. We've all got to run and run and run. It's time to shoot your load to come. It's time to die. We've got... Okay, I don't know. Most of that was insane, and I apologize for it. And I don't know where that song came from or where it was going, or even if it had a theme. We just sweep all the Patrick scandals under the rug here. All of my scandals? If you want to talk about a scandal, let's talk about Lev Kramer and that wife of his, huh?
Oh, no.
Seeing some pictures and liking what daddy see. No, I'm just kidding. I saw a picture of your family. It's very, very nice. You have a very nice family. Is this the $15,000 scandal? He needs money for lawyers for a second coke arrest. How dare you? Coming to a stage near you very soon. Encore? No, thank you. You miss it, you kiss it. That's what we say around these charts. Seriously though, if you don't like if you click subscribe, click the bell, click the likes, click the subscribe. Oh God, can you believe what's happened here today? Josh Denny. We've got a lot today. Josh Denny has, and we're going to try to move through it too, because I'd like to be out of here in an hour and 15 minutes. Okay? We've had a cool, fun little intro. I sang, I danced, I did a little soft shoe. Is that racist? Who knows? But we're 14 minutes into a show here. I think you're warmed up. Let me bring out your feature act. First of all, I'm getting a boo. I'm getting a boo in the chat. Okay. I don't like getting booed. But I'm going to go on with it. Josh Denny, ladies and gentlemen, has deleted a tweet. But Agent O is very quick. By the way, I have to edit a show that's coming out very soon. You wonder why. You wonder why I'm begging you to like the show. You wonder why I want the show to grow on the YouTubes. Hit the like. I have to edit a show. The comedy scene here in Vegas is very cutthroat and controversial. I have to edit a show before I post it that we streamed live. So if you were live, you already caught the information. We talked about recently a member of the Las Vegas community getting hit and knocked out by another member of the Las Vegas community. Agent O provided me with some information that story isn't all what it seems. Apparently the person that knocked out the other person is not the person we thought it was. It was somebody else on location. I spilled all those beans and told you all about it. Now both of those people want me to undo what I've done. And both of those people, by the way, I'm friends with. So I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to go back and edit that out. But, you know, Agent O tells what Agent O knows. And if you don't say, hey, don't say this, this is on background. Hey, don't reveal your source on this. I don't know. And the information moves pretty quick around here. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, whatever the quote was from Ferris Bueller. But the point of the whole thing, the point of it all is I got to go edit that out. So watching live is important. I shoot my mouth off over here. Okay? Sometimes I say things I'm not supposed to. People come to me and go like, hey, take that out. And I might do it. It depends on the mood I'm in and how much of I think of it was my fault. But I was told some information. I rattled my mouth about it. Those people don't want that information out there. I'm happy to snip, take it out. I hope I do. I hope I catch it everywhere it is. God knows I ain't sitting through all these shows. I was booing Josh Denny. Okay, so Josh Denny has also snipped something out of his life. And it's a tweet. It's this tweet. If we sell out either Chicago or NYC, this guy thinks he's on a tour now. Very, very sad stuff. If we sell out either Chicago or NYC, I will get, quote, the bird which is the bald eagle tattooed on me at the NYC event to close out the year. Now, for people who don't know, Josh Denny has a record of tattooing ridiculousness all over his body. In 2012, a listener of this show convinced him to get a McDonald's straw coming out of his ass crack. Really, 3D perspective of a McDonald's bendy straw coming out of his ass crack. And the McDonald's logo, the arches, and the text, I'm loving it. And I think Helvetica bold under the ass crack. So on his ass crack, he has I'm loving it, a McDonald's logo, and a straw coming out. If you Google it, you can find it. If you search Josh Denny Tattoo on our website over at nobodylikesonions.com, of course, you'll be able to find the episode where we did this, talk about it, and more photos and stuff in the Overdose. Overdose members, of course, get access to all of our back catalog of stuff. So I was very curious when I saw this. This is, of course, a hack move. He's doing what we did literally 10 years ago. Literally. If we sell out either Chicago or NYC, I will get the bird, which is the bald eagle. That is a phrase that's in quotes. I have no idea. Tattooed on me at the NYC event to close out the year. Now, when I saw this, I was like, why would you get the text, the bird, which is the bald eagle, tattooed on you? I don't know what that is. I had to Google it. And what I came to was a video from Gavin McInnes that goes a little something like this.
Live from New York, it's Get Off My Lawn with Gavin McInnes.
Anyway, it's a good teaser. is that we have a thing when you're part of Censor TV that you understand what the bird, which is the bald eagle, is. And we have really exciting people lined up that had said it. People are tricking people into saying it. Not just random women doing makeup and like.
Wow, I can't believe I'm high and drunk, and I'm better at explaining things than you. Ryan, people who are listening to this show free as a podcast have no idea what the you're talking about. Let me go back a couple steps.
Sure.
The title of this video is Gavin McInnes explains the origin of the bird, which is the bald eagle meme. So we're like, okay.
George Floyd, a redundant piece of who became a saint, I guess I would call him, has a brother that's even stupider than him.
What's his name?
His name is a negative adjective called felonious. Felonious is linked to the word felon. It means bad. But they took Phil and added onious without even looking it up. So his name is literally felonious. And his lawyer said, look, man, we got to start saying to people, why is there an endangered list for animals and not for people? Why is the bald eagle on the endangered list, yet George Floyd is not? The black man is not.
And I think I know why.
How do I say that? It's like, okay, let me make this very simple. Why was the bald eagle on the endangered list, but my brother was not? Let's try that. And Felonious is like, got it. So he gets on the news and he goes, how come there is an endangered list for the bird, which is the bald eagle?
The bird, which is the bald eagle.
Clearly showing that he's never heard of a bald eagle before. And we noticed, by the way, recently that they're not bald. Are bald eagles bald? They're not.
No, they have
Turkey
feathers on
vultures
their
are bald, but they got just white hair. Right?
Yes.
Let me look up a bald eagle.
Look it up.
Let's look it up. They got white feathers on their heads. Well, I put in the bald eagle. Actually, they've got a pretty thick head of hair. I think every senior citizen, every male senior would love to have that kind of hair.
So this is a meme making fun of George Floyd's brother for not knowing what a bald eagle is. So if you wind this back, Josh Denny says if we sell out 2 shows, I'll get a tattoo that says the bird, which is the bald eagle. So I got this screenshot of this tweet and was like, what the actual fuck? You know, what the actual fuck? Josh has deleted this tweet. It's gone. It's gone. It's just gone. So are you not selling out? Or are you not going to get the tattoo, this super racist tattoo? By the way, I don't even care whether what you think of George Floyd or what happened or whatever. Like, why is everyone so fucking retarded and like stuck on like 2-year-old shit? It's like, I can't believe that all people can talk about is Donald Trump and George Floyd. It's like, it's really like we're coming down to it. Like, what are the Democrats gonna do? What are the Republicans gonna do? We're like, literally, Trump is like still hanging out, like he might run. Like, what's going on? We're all pretending like Biden might run again when we know that's not going to happen. We all know Kamala Harris or Nancy Pelosi aren't there. I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders has no fucking interest or shot. Hillary Clinton, it would be so cringe and embarrassing for her to even try to take a shot again. If it failed, it would be so bad for her. It would come out so poorly for her. Great stance, Josh Denny, to show how racist you are and then backtracking. Yeah, I'm curious about it because it's a weird thing to post. Also, like, is this guy for all the chest pounding and he's so cool and edgy. For all the chest pounding that this guy does, and how he says, I built my own career, nobody helped me, and it had nothing to do with NLO. It's like everywhere you go gets nothing views. Everywhere you go gets no support. You abandon projects constantly to start up new projects. Constantly spinning up ways for people to give and donate to you. Stick with one. Have people throw some money. What's going on? Why this like every week a new service? It doesn't make any sense. But yet, pounding chest. I built things. I created this. I did this. You're a fucking sycophant who does tricks. You're a court jester who dances around to please his puppet master. It's like, I liked you. You didn't need to dance around to please me. Now you're dancing around for Gavin. Keeping his shitty, I was raided by the FBI prank secret. This is garbage content. All you do is create and just crank out garbage content. Now you might be like, Patrick, what do you think NLO is, huh? Hello. It's like, yes, but I'm consistent about it. This is my pile of garbage. I built it. That's true. And I shall continue to pile onto this pile of garbage. You've got all these little honeycombs of garbage scattered around. None of them amount to anything, and they never get sticky enough to really make a difference anywhere. See that? That's the sound of a donation. You know what that means? We got money.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Dollar bills, y'all. Okay? Josh Denny has one long-standing project. It's Uber. And someone threw $2.79 Canadian at me just to say that in our chat room. Okay? It's funny how hard he tries to get into the good graces with Kumi and McInnes, and they don't want anything to do with him. They are fucking with him a little bit, but you heard them talk. When two adult men with some success got in the room to talk about him, they were like, this guy's a loser. He brings losers around us. It's getting weird. They're going to start to realize this. There's a reason this guy never had any heat. And, every time he gets close to having any heat, it doesn't go to plan. Let's just say that. So, I'm blown away that like this is somehow an incentive to buy tickets. Like, I'll get this weird, obscure racist phrase inked on my skin if you buy tickets to our show. It's like, who are you trying to? And by the way, I'm telling you, if Gavin McInnes and Anthony Cumia can't move tickets, this is just a market that has decided. Because Anthony Cumia, mark my words, you listen to me, Cumia, you are wasting away into irrelevance. You are wasting away into irrelevance, both of you, by hanging out with this guy, by allowing, I don't know who these fucking nerds are around you. You talk about nerds. You got an Asian guy pushing buttons in the back who can't explain jack shit. You got Josh Denny on tour with you, responsible for pushing your tickets. This guy can't move tickets. Ask bands in town. So, very, very weird. Very, very cringe. Have some awareness about where you're at. And by the way, I'm not saying, you can't sell tickets, you're a fucking loser. You are. But like, just have some awareness of where you're at. There's a reason I'm not booking tours. I'm aware of what we can sell. You guys are happy to sell 14 VIP tickets to a bunch of schlubs in t-shirts they've been tugging on all afternoon because of their nervous Nelly tum-tums to see their 2006 XM radio hero Anthony Cumia, Sans partner. So that's where we're at. Whew. Lots of stuff going on. Do you know if the hidden venues are decent size? I think he had some 100-seat rooms. You know, the photos are pathetic. We've seen what they look like. It's not great. But the lie persists, and he loves that. The lie persists, and he loves that. He loves to tell people they're kicking ass. I can't imagine, living in the conditions he lives in with the woman he lives with. But the problem is, I don't know what his girl does, but it seems like she's a fucking hustler too, who does nothing but garbage gigs. You know, they're selling like Chanel samples and black bean stained jeans. Okay, so you're selling like Oakley samples, Chanel samples, and used jeans. Lightly worn designer jeans that you idiots paid hundreds for at retail. And now you're trying to pawn off on other people at used prices for hundreds of dollars. No. No. We're not going to help you pay your apartment rent. And I don't know if Josh Denny drives Uber anymore, by the way. People in the chat are talking Uber. I don't know. I don't know if he drives Uber. That was a limited time thing. Didn't he have a Range Rover? I'll tell you what, though. This is no lie. I drive a 12-year-old car. You know, I'm not proud. I have no dollars. Don't pretend to have money. So I'm not too proud to tell everybody that, this guy gave me $2. That means a lot to me. Is he still living in your old place? 100%. 100%. South Shelton in Burbank. There's no way Denny doesn't have a basic B job. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really care, but it just, all these guys, like, there's so many. Oh God, I can't say what I want to say. Ooh. There are two guys in Vegas I really want to burn to the ground. It's like this Tai Rivera stuff where these guys like start comedy classes or businesses up where they're like coaching comedian. It's like, whoa. Let's just have one quick look at what you've done. Okay. That's what I thought. Sit down, buddy. Sit down, pal. But I won't say it. We'll keep it cool. We'll keep it nice. We'll keep it calm. You may have heard Tai Rivera has announced, this is going to be shocking. Tai Rivera has announced that he will be quitting the Tai Comedy Dojo. He's quitting the dojo. Who saw this coming? It's so unlike Tai, because if you know anything about Tai, and I know a little bit, he really sticks with projects. He really sticks with stuff. He really finishes through things. It seems like only 3 months ago that Tai was saying this.
I sometimes wonder why we, as a scene here in Las Vegas, with all the talent we have, we don't have like a Kill Tony or a roast battle or our own thing that's branded where people know the Las Vegas comedy scene for that particular thing. And with everything that we've been doing, I think that we're starting to establish something like that here with the Tai Comedy Dojo. So
come on, man.
There are going to be certain decisions that I don't look for anybody else's input on, and I respect the fact that if somebody's going to be involved with something, then they'll probably want to make some money at it. And for right now, Ocha Thai Comedy Dojo really doesn't make a lot of money. And that's not something that I'm really focused on right now, because I know that it's going to take a bit to build what it is I'm trying to build. And when I joke and say that I'm giving $25 of my rent money every week, no, it's not $25 of my rent money, but I do put in that $25, and then the owner himself puts in the other $25, and that's how we get to the 50. Then we had money that was given back to us by Robert Real Deal Martinez when he won. So we're
Hold on. First of all, I gotta say this: these bar shows should be paying hundreds of dollars for the show. You know, you go in. Most of these bar shows will give you a couple $100, maybe a tab for the comics, something like that. Ty's doing this for $25. He may be the worst comedian and businessman in the fucking world. Like, this is insane. He's putting up money and getting $25.
still going through that money. So for right now, it's been up to $75 pretty much every week, except for the weeks that I was gone. We decided to take away the bonus $25 because me not being there takes away from the level of difficulty. So long story short, I'm going to be having different people co-host with me. This week, it's going to be...
Me not being there takes away from the level of difficulty. That means I heckle. We do an open mic where I heckle, and if I'm not there to heckle you, it's not that hard, so you don't get your extra money. Okay. Seems cool.
And I know this is kind of sudden. Like I said on Facebook, I wasn't even expecting it. It just kind of happened. And I don't really have an interest in going into the specifics of it all because it just is what it is. And I wish AJ well. I'm not at all angry. I don't know what anybody else feels. I just know that I'm not at all angry. And I always feel like things happen for... And if at some point AJ decides that he wants to come back or he wants to talk to me about possibly being host again, that's something I'm open to. But right now, I don't think that that's something he's really considering, and it's not something that I'm going to really concern myself with.
So 3 months ago, this is our Thai boy. He is building plans. He is thinking about turning this into the Kill Tony of the West. He's building something there. He has plans. Why are we offline? Why does it say we're offline, baby? Come on. Get us back. All right, we're back. So he's building this thing. He doesn't care what anyone else says. His word is the final word. There may be a new host. Casper's going to host for now. It's all coming up whatever, right? It's all coming up whatever. This is what he says. There's no indication here that he's going to leave it or anything. This is Ty telling you his plans. He's the only one in Vegas trying to build something. Why don't we have something like Kill Tony? Why don't we build something here in Vegas? And that's what I'm trying to do. I have a vision. I have goals. Yada, yada, yada. Right? Okay. Well, that was 3 months ago. And this is Ty today.
Well, folks, we've reached the end of the line. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to ask you guys to do me a favor. Check out Jordan Perry's 30-minute special that he put up.
This is filmed with camera audio and feels like a cell phone. Bother. Skip it. Don't know Jordan Perry. Don't know anything about the content of the comedy. Skip this. It's not a comedy special. Don't encourage this behavior. Patrick, easy for you to say, didn't you just wreck yours? Shut up. That doesn't mean this is a special. Don't encourage this kind of shit. And don't watch it. What a bunch of garbage.
On YouTube. Jordan Perry, if you don't know, I'd put him in my first ever top 5 up-and-coming comics to watch here in Las Vegas. I've known him since I was in LA. Just recently left Las Vegas, now living in New York. He drove cross-country in a U-Haul. Congrats to Jordan on the move, and I hope you guys will check out his special. If you guys can check out the link, I'll put it down below in the description box. Leave him a comment. Just say Tai Rivera sent me. That'll be nice.
Remember, Ty had 2 specials last year. One of them was released. It was a drive-in comedy special. It's on Amazon. You can watch it, or you can join the Overdose. Give me your money. We watched it and reviewed it. unbearable, unwatchable garbage. Produced by a professional company. Unbearable, unwatchable garbage. Makes Comedy Cube look like HBO. So that's where we're at.
If you could please do that, it would be a huge favor to me. Now on to the video. What's up, everybody? Tai Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. So here's the deal. This is going to be my last week as official host of the Ocha Bar. All right, so if you saw my post about last week was a really fun time at Ocha. The energy seemed a little off. The comics, though, were really great.
So he's giving up. He's tapping out. I haven't watched this whole video yet. It's a 9-minute coke piece. Let's watch it. See why he's giving up. See why he's tapping out. Handing this over to Casper and David, brain injury, Skippy Sprinkleman Hulett. To talk about what they're going to do with this mic. Now they're going to rebrand it the Ghost Pepper Open Mic. We have some tape, but let's hear the excuse. And by the way, Ty's got nowhere to go. I predict him completely bowing out of Vegas. There's nowhere else to go. None of the A clubs work him. None of the B clubs work him now. Wise Guys is almost done with him. I have it on good authority. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? We're going to find out. Here we go.
Was on it. David Hulett was on it. And when everything is going right, but the energy is still slightly off, you have...
Like, this guy thinks what's going right in an open mic is colored lights flashing, two people yelling at over on louder mics, TVs on, people clinging in and out like it's the goddamn shop where the Mogwai are sold. It's a shit show. And it's not optimized in the least. So, like, what? Has he been banned from those shows? He has. He had his photo up at Dirty at 12:30. They've taken it down. He's banned from there. He's banned from LA Comedy Club. He's banned from Brad Garrett's. He's banned from the Laugh Factory. He's banned from... He hasn't worked these clubs in a year and a half. He's done. He's done. It's over. He's done this to himself. Look at what his face looked like 2 years ago. He's ruined his life. So, of course, he's got to move on. He has to. This is the only move. This is the only plan. Why are his lips so big? What the fuck? I suggest you go to my Patrick Melton stand-up channel and watch the video about him, where I describe his entire look and explain and break it down. We've got a $9.99 super chat from George. Don't ask that question. We've already covered it, and we won't be covering it again. Again, apologies to everybody, and things happen, and it is what it is. But yeah, watch the video. You're gonna love the way you look.
To look at everything. And when I say look at everything, I'm a huge proponent of also looking at yourself. You can't look...
He constantly zooms. You can tell he's like trying to teach himself editing. It's so embarrassingly bad. Watch the zooms and like insane way he's trying to frame this video.
Look at everything else and be like, well, it must have been something with them. It must have just been something in the air. Or maybe the moon wasn't in the right placement. Or maybe we were just coming out of Mercury retrograde, which is technically true, I believe. But anyway, you can't just look at everything else and not look at yourself. And the truth is, the way that Ocha was originally intended, it was meant to be Delilah running the show, and I was just going to be there basically for back.
He's done this before. Remember this. He's stolen shows before and run them into the ground. Chunkless, he ran into the ground and had to rise from the ashes with the people who used to run it after Sammy fled to Florida. Trez Mala and all these other fucking jabronis had to boot it back up. Tai ruins mics. Tai ruins shows. How does residency go? Oops. How'd all the shows he does in Vegas go? Oops. It might be Tai. It might be Tai, guys. Just saying. Imagine not understanding that. Like, he can't keep anything going. He doesn't have the stamina. He doesn't have the know-how. Come on.
Up and to supervise.
We're making fun of Tai like Pat's any better. Who's Pat? Who's Pat?
I was going to go through, though, was if I was involved. It wasn't going to be able to be just Delilah on her own or just any other host on their own. That's nothing against Delilah. This isn't something about my stuff with Delilah. It's nothing to do with that.
Imagine
But
his
the deal
stuff
wasn't
with
gonna be able to
everybody.
Be a deal without me being involved. So everything happened the way it happened. And then when AJ was in charge, it really was AJ being more in charge because I didn't want that much to do with Ocha itself. It morphed into this thing where I was regularly chiming in and making it a little more entertaining when the show would drag ass a little bit. And I was very happy with that. And I
don't know how a show with 90 comics could drag ass. That seems...
still do enjoy that aspect of it. But the fact of the matter was, I've never really wanted to run an open mic. I've run a few shows before, but that's something different than running a weekly open mic. And when you're running a weekly open mic, it does become a bit of a grind. And when AJ dropped out,
remember, he wanted to run a 2-month-long residency. He wanted to run the Chonklas. He wanted to run one Artisan. He does want to do this. He does like the power. He does like the dynamic and having something to hold over comedians' heads. So this is all horse shit that he doesn't want to do this, especially now that it's becoming less and less possible for him to get up on more stages. You know what I mean? So, like, what I'm saying is, where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? He says he doesn't want to run a weekly show. I find it hard to believe that that's the only thing you have to run to. Spin up some new garbage show. You're not going to come up, the next place we see this fucking loud-lipped whack-a-mole is not going to be at a club. He's going to pop up at some shithole off the strip. Again, as he's done several times. So I find it weird for him to box himself into another fucking lie. Let's not forget, he was going to quit comedy 2 years ago. Now he's quitting Tai Ocha. He doesn't want to run a show, even though 3 months ago he was about to turn this into the best show. It's like, how many crazy fucking lies can a person tell? I do think he'll run to Reno. I do think he'll run to Denver. I do think he's got to go somewhere else. He's done here, and we will follow you, Tai. We're not going anywhere, buddy.
And Casper came in, and Casper truly was a blessing and is a blessing. I really do like Casper. I like the way he's growing. I like the way he works. I like the way he's willing to just do what he wants to do.
I like the way he sucks my asshole without being told.
I really do enjoy working with Casper. But what started to happen was, if you haven't noticed, I've been on the road quite a bit lately. So that's made it so Casper's just had to run the show. And it does affect the continuity of the show when I, as one of the biggest moving parts, and I'm not at all trying to blow up my head right now, but I really am one of the biggest moving parts in that show. So with that being the case, and then me going in and out of town, it just makes it so we can't really get in a groove. And it's out of my control that I have to work. Ocha, as I've told you guys before, isn't something that I make money off of. So it's not like I can just be like, all right, I'm not going to go on the road. I'm just going to concentrate on only doing Ocha. Do I think Ocha has the potential to be a moneymaker? Yeah, but that's also going to be limited on the Thursday night. If we start to do something on the weekend, that would be something different. But as it stands,
oh my
Ocha
God, the
is
jump
not
cuts.
going to be
Does
a
anybody
big
else want to
moneymaker
kill
by
themselves?
itself for us, especially
Jump.
between three of us, which is the way that anything would
Jump.
have to be split, even if it's not split 100% evenly. It would have
Jump.
to be split that way once we start making money anyway. So it would be
Jump.
me, David, and Casper
For no
all
reason.
dividing money, and it just
Jump.
doesn't have the potential to be a big enough moneymaker that I can quit everything else and just do Ocha. Also, it's
He's got his shitty camcorder still on the thing. That camcorder we looked up that was $20. It's like a $21 Super 8 camcorder. It's like, what are you even doing with that? You hooking up an S video cable and making home movies, Jeffrey Dahmer?
Secret that I want to concentrate more and more on my content creation. So on the weeks that I am in town, I'd rather concentrate on content creation rather than having to
This guy can't create content. I'm being serious. I'm being serious now. When have you ever seen him be funny on a piece of content? He's learning how to edit like a fucking juvenile. What funny content is this guy creating? I need to know now. I need to know. When have you ever chuckled at one of his shows? Where's the levity? They're so heavily edited. They're edited so fucking much. Where's the comedy? I really gotta get focused on the comedy content. What? I gotta know. What are you talking about? Your sketch work? He's a gay POC. That's pretty funny. Fuck, dog. Fuck. I gotta know, dog.
What I'm doing at 9 p.m. on Thursday because I have to stop at 9 p.m., start getting dressed, ready for Ocha to be there by 10 p.m.
He tells you how, like, driving to things works. He tells you how buying plane tickets works. I gotta log on to a website, you gotta remember your password to get in. Then you pick your seat on the thing. You gotta get dressed to go to a place. You gotta get into your car, put it in drive. It's like, fuck!
Casper have to set up, put out the list, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes I do get there at 10:30. Like I said, Casper's great, so he handles a lot of that. He gets there before 10 even. With me having to stop what I'm doing at that point and not be able to do the content creation that I'm working on, whatever video it is I'm editing, which editing is very time consuming, then I have to stop and block off from 9 p.m. until usually with Ocha, by the time everything's
6
done,
months later.
I get home. It's usually 3:30 or 4 a.m. Then obviously I have to get some sleep. And so it doesn't leave me a lot of time to work on editing after that's done. So with that being the case, it's kind of like Ocha has become a little bit of a drag on me personally. And I'm not saying anything against anybody. I love Ocha. I love the crew. I love the owner. Note is the owner. I've talked about.
Don't forget, we prank called them on the latest show on our YouTube channel, just released today, streamed a couple weeks ago. We called Ocha Bar. They had no idea who he was. Do you know Tai Rivera? Is Tai there? No. Little gay Mexican guy. And she laughed and went, oh, yes. Fucking insane. Imagine committing to a face tap and not even lining it up evenly. That bothers me. Again, you're stealing my material. Go to my channel, Patrick Melton on YouTube, and watch the stand-up bit about his face tat not lining up. It's gross. This is dumb. How dare you say that? How dare you say that about our boy? We love him.
Him before. Nat, the bartender, absolutely love her. Josh, love him too. Then there's what we call Black Josh, who I ended up finding out his name is actually Calvin. We've been calling him Black Josh all this time, but his name is actually Calvin.
Nobody's been doing that.
Him. I love the regulars that go. Like Faison is one of our regulars.
They don't know your name.
They
don't know your name.
That I don't know by name, but I really do love Ocha. But my future is in content creation.
For me.
That's what I want to work on. So with that being the case, I can't 100% dedicate to Ocha, and I don't really like doing things that I can't 100% dedicate to.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit.
The point about this is that the way that Ocha has always been designed to work out is that whoever it was that was helping me run Ocha at whatever time would eventually be the host.
Yeah, what he's saying is I don't have enough time to edit Ocha to make me look good.
We've reached that point.
This guy sucks at comedy too, by the way.
He understands that I wouldn't.
He might get laughs places, but he's not a good writer. He's not a good comic.
What it is they have going at Ocha.
There's nothing here.
Itself. So Casper and David will now be in charge of OCHA. I believe they're going to rebrand.
A guy
the
with
show.
a head
Don't quote me
injury
on
and a
that,
guy
but I
with
don't
an
think it's gonna
inflated ego are now going to be running this. They're going to call it the Ghost Pepper Open Mic. It's going to be fun to watch. They are going to be streaming it, apparently. Look at Ty's shit face right there.
Thai Comedy Dojo anymore. I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing. And I've told Casper, once this change happens, it is completely on you. You don't have to consult me with anything. You don't have to run anything by me. Just respect the room the way Note wants it respected. You deal with Note from here on out. And if you need me for anything, I'll definitely be there. If there's anything I can help out with, I'll definitely help out with it. But as far as me being a regular part of OCHA, being a part of the decision making, showing up at OCHA every week, that will no longer be a thing. I might stop doing sets every once in a while, but I definitely will not be a regular part of OCHA anymore. And I really do love what we have going over there, so I hope you guys will continue to support it no matter what it is they decide to do with it. So that's where we're at on that. I do completely trust Casper and David to be able to take care of that show and turn it into something great. I think it's already something great, so I don't think they have a lot of work to do in that aspect.
So it doesn't make money. They already think it's something great. Okay.
But I do trust in them to make it their own and really make something good out of it. And so this Thursday, 2 days from now, I believe that is, will be my last night at OCHA. I will be putting up a $75 prize for whoever wins set of the night, or if we choose to divide set of the night between first and second. However it works out, there will be $75 up for grabs this weekend at OCHA. I hope you guys will join us. This has been Tai Rivera.
So when he talks about content creation, we head over to his YouTube. We see nothing but story. He's really focusing on non-monetized content. His views are all over the map, from 200 to 20,000. So I don't know what's going on with him. It's gonna be great to watch him try to be a content producer. We're here to watch Tai get successful and show us how it all works. He goes on a show called the Paprika Show. Now, we watched this with Ryan Barassa. This is David Hollywood Hulett, the guy who just is trying to learn how to play Rugrats on a keyboard. A couple people have come to me and said David Hollywood Hewlett's a good guy. David Hewlett's a good guy. So for what it's worth, everyone says he's like retarded from getting hit in the head. David Hulett, you got friends coming to me saying he's a good guy. Leave him alone. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. But every one of those people also said, like, he's been hit in the head a lot. He was an MMA guy, and he's kind of out of his fucking mind. So that explains why you think sitting around in your linoleum kitchen, chucking beer cans at the ground, recording with an Al-Qaeda beheading curtain behind you is a great podcast. And, of course, Tai Rivera thinks that's a good show to go on. The Paprika Show. They have 28 likes on Facebook. They have 59 followers. So, of course, Tai Rivera's like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Get me on this show. With views numbering in the... How many? 24. These are great. These are square.
That's pretty cool.
Just 2 hours of square video.
I saw it on Seinfeld. And I was like, I want to try Kenny Rogers Chicken, and I looked it up, and it only...
They own microphones, but they're not hooked up to anything. It all looks like shit and sounds like shit. So anyone who goes on the show is fucking insane. The guys doing the show are fucking insane. You've seen shows. You've heard shows. Try a little. Try a little. No. We built a studio that looks like this. So, this is one of the guys. taking over the Ocha Bar open mic with Casper. They posted this. Casper and I troubleshooting our streaming gear for Ocha Tai Comedy Dojo. Next week, we take over, rebranding it as the Ghost Pepper Mic. Every Thursday, 11 p.m., Ocha Tai Restaurant, Las Vegas Boulevard. This is what he posts, 16 seconds. Him on the stream looking confused. And by the way, look at this photo of Ty's last night. He cut off the stream because this place is dying. He stopped streaming it because we were getting 10 times more people watching his stream than he could get in a room for an open mic. Everyone, it made it apparent that this guy couldn't get anything going. That's what it made it apparent. That's why he quit streaming it. He hasn't streamed it in over a month. And now he's leaving. Now these guys are going to start streaming it unmonetized because they have 19 fucking followers. And this is what he posts. These are the out of it's we're dealing with. Just so you know, if you thought it was going to get better, whoo, is it going to get worse? This is what was posted by David Hollywood Human.
This is my last night here at the Ocha Comedy Dojo.
This is my last night here. We have 3 people and loyal Casper in frame clapping here. Casper applauding like a good little boy, supporting his hero, leaving. Casper and 4 fat, balding men. This is Ty's last night. This is who showed up. Look at it. Look at it. No one came to say goodbye. No one came to support. No one came out to be like, congrats on what you built. We'll take it forward, Captain. This is fucking sad as fuck. It is my last night. You hear one? Holy shit. Look at this.
Night here at the Ocha Comedy Dojo. Did I start recording? Can you tell me? Okay. Yeah, we're not streaming.
We're not streaming. I don't stream. We're not streaming. I don't stream. The lies this guy goes through. The lies this guy goes through. I mean, I'm going to do a Patreon. What would I even do with a Patreon? We're going to live stream. We're not going to live stream it. I don't live stream. You're Josh Denny. You just try shit for 2 weeks. It doesn't work and you move on to something else. It's some of the saddest shit we've ever seen. Holy fucking hell. So, of course, Ty thinks it's a great podcast to go jump on. And he does just that for the 20s of views. I understand they don't make it 5 minutes without talking about me, and Ty gets fucking panicky. I don't talk about Melton. This is how the podcast starts. You ready for this? This is who we're dealing with. This is how their podcast starts. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? It's David Hollywood Hulett here with the Paprika Podcast Show. And we've got
So it's out of sync. We're getting camera audio and not the mic audio. What is this for? Who gets the good audio? Who gets the good copy? Audio only on SoundCloud? This is shit. Somebody said, I think this is the Kill Tony of Las Vegas. Yeah. Fucking hell. Just a garbage fire, dog.
a special episode with the great Polar.
6 likes, 78 views. It's been up for 6 days.
Polarizing and hilarious Tai Rivera. We will split the screen and boom, there is your stuff.
So are we? Am I on now?
Now we're on. We're on Facebook on the Paprika Show, and soon to be YouTube as well.
Okay.
Everything is done. We've got the credentials.
Okay. So these two are duds. One's a keyboard guy at the Ocha mic, and one's the host of it. Neither one of them can sustain a show on their own. Neither one of them can make humor on their own. And yeah, let's watch what happens when nobody has anything. Here we go.
Get rid of that.
I can't see what you're getting rid of.
That's all right.
Yeah, I just heard get rid of that.
It's okay. We are live here. Tai Rivera, I finally got you.
Yeah, and like I told you, I hate coming out to the west side, so it took a lot, because, you know, I don't even like leaving my apartment lately. I mean, I go to the gym.
The west side's the nice side of Vegas.
Want to go or leave. I have to a lot, but I don't want to.
The mics are just for looks. This is painfully bad. Yeah, 100%. What's going on? Why have the mics if they're not hooked up?
I do cardio. Well, sometimes I go twice to the gym. I will sometimes do cardio first, and then after I'm done with cardio, I'll go home and eat something, and then I'll come back and do weights. Well, I'll eat something, I'll edit, I'll do that kind of stuff, and then I'll come back and do weights. And I usually do I know some people do full body, some people do like 2 areas at a time.
So from what I understand, at the 4-minute mark, I come up. We're coming up on 2 minutes talking about his workout routine.
Then the next day I'll just do back. You know, I usually try to do chest and back like back to back on days.
Do you like lift heavy, or do you or do you do high reps?
Right now I'm lifting heavier.
Yeah.
Because I want to put on a little bit of size, and people have noticed. You know, everybody says something about it. But yeah, I'm
cool.
I'm really good with self-discipline, but one thing I need to learn is to be self-disciplined to not do things. And so that's what I'm doing with stand-up right now.
Taking a break, focusing on your YouTube channel, right? The Tai Rivera on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's going to go bad. Podcast, are you going to lean into that, or are you going to do some other stuff?
I've been doing more daily videos. And like the daily videos, I can get a lot more views off of, because they're usually things that are either like YouTube centric, so things that are familiar to other people on the platform, or like current events. And so there I'll get more.
So he made fun of me for making videos about him, but he makes videos about everybody else and calls it current event videos. And it's like, yeah, it just gets more views. It's like, okay. So why do you care that I do videos about you that get less views? Who cares? This is what we're into. I like the stock.
More views doing that kind of stuff than I do off of an unbothered, because when you do an unbothered, it's lately a lot of local, and so
yeah.
That's a limited audience, especially when you're doing local and then you're doing stand-up.
Yeah, 100%. They're playing the audio back in the room, even though they're wearing headphones. This is so amateur hour. It's insane. It's so bad. Imagine, hey, if Hollywood Hulett, just so you know, you ever invite me on the show, I might laugh in your fucking face. Holy shit. Holy shit, sir.
Better open my.
This is how he looks at Tai at the mic. Just mouth open, brain off. You look off, dude. Are you off?
Mike, talking about open mic comedy.
You can actually bring the mic a little closer to your chin, so you just start talking across it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Then it's a niche within a niche.
So literally, this is published on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere videos are sold with bad audio. But he was recording good audio just for his headphones edification. What is this? How can anyone be this dumb? Am I being trolled?
I noticed that you were actually inspiration for me rebooting the podcast. I originally started trying to podcast when I got fired from a gym in Chiang Mai, and I was like, I'm going to go online and tell everybody what's going on. It was really just me and my friends smoking pot in Asia, and but I built a studio that I carried around in a bag on the back of a moped in the jungle with like 3 different countries of converters and stuff.
Looks dope.
And it was before all this technology. There weren't really cameras on phones. There wasn't social media like there was. It was like 10 years ago. And I took a break for a while. I got with the artist formerly known as Jason Krychek. He goes by Gothans now.
Okay.
And we had like a year that we worked on essentially building this, but I ended up owning all the equipment, and it got a little complicated with him.
They own all this equipment, and he's been doing this for years, and it sounds like this. Holy shit. Like, this isn't one mistake. This is a guy who knows nothing about how to set this shit up. It's so bad. Where's my name? It's supposed to be coming.
Studio over there, so I thought I'm just gonna set everything up over here and reboot it. But what inspired me about what you do with Unbothered, I was like, oh, he's talking about local stuff. The reason that I started listening to yours is because I was like, I know these people. I know this. I was there for some of these things, and I thought that's a great way to start. You know, like that kindling fire, the small fire before you start throwing big logs on, which is interesting to me because just to dive into it, the Patrick Milton onions thing.
I don't discuss them publicly.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Patrick Melton onions thing, I don't discuss him publicly.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark.
Baby shark shit to say. I don't discuss him publicly. He can't shut up about me privately, from what I hear. Woo.
Yeah, I don't.
That's fine.
I don't.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's not worth it.
Well, the thing that people don't get about me is I talk about people that I've had relationships with. I've never known that person. I've never had a relationship with him in any way.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You do know me. We don't have a relationship. We're never close. We don't hang out. You do know me. We've done several shows together. Several. No one says they know you. No one says they have a relationship with you. You're psycho. I've watched you for years on Facebook and laughed and laughed and laughed before this ever happened. Going, what a nut. What a dumb nut. When you acted like a fucking idiot in my backyard, it's when I started calling you out for being a fucking spaz. Okay? So that's what's happening. No one thinks they were your friend. No one cares. No one's trying to pretend like we have a relationship with you. You are out of your mind. No one's ever said that. No one. Liar. You lie about everything, dude. All we do is watch you self-destruct. Go on.
And so, for me, it's
for me
totally unhealthy, whatever he's going through over there.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years that he's been making stuff about me.
2 years?
2 years.
Okay.
And we never knew each other in regular life. We did not. He claims we did, but I'm not that kind of person. Like, I'll tell you who I like. I'll tell you who I don't like. I'll talk about things that I know or people that I know. But I would never say that I don't know somebody that I actually did know or did have a...
It's like, again, there's photos with us together at several shows. You do know me. Or you have your... I believe you don't because you have your head so far up your ass.
Relationship with. That's just not what I do. You know, I would tell you things like this, like right now where I'm like, you know, I'd prefer not talk about particular people and stuff like that. But I wouldn't ever pretend that I don't know somebody that I actually did know. And so it really is, there's some kind of mental imbalance going on over there. Because to say that you know somebody that you don't know and claim that you've had a relationship with them, you know what I mean? Not a relationship, but like any...
So he's really going to stand by this. He's going to go, there's something with Melton. There's something over there going on where he's mentally unstable. It's like one of us has destroyed our face and our career in the past year. Okay? One of us. His argument is he's mentally ill to think that we had a relationship. It's like, I've never come on here and said we've had a relationship. Brandon says, wait, see, did you have a relationship? Right. It's like no one's ever come on and said that. We have photo together at Dirty 1230. We have photo together at the Hilarious 7. We've headlined several clubs back to back. So you see me on calendars around the country at clubs we both headline. Liar. I never said we had a relationship. I wouldn't hang with you if you begged me. You're a nut. I've watched you for years be a nut online. No one was interested in having a relationship with you or being a friend of a guy. Okay? So for him to just be out there telling people we had a relationship, it's like, you're fucking gone. You're gone. No one's telling people that. What we're telling people is you're a nut and we're watching you self-destruct. Okay? It's Daddy Shark.
Daddy Shark. Daddy Shark. Daddy Shark. Daddy Shark.
Come on. That's what we're doing over here. Okay? So enough lies. But that's insane to boil it down to like, he's saying we had a relationship. It's like, okay. As if that's fucking currency.
Friendship, and whatever it was he claims that we had.
Well, we don't have to talk. We don't.
Like, I've never said that. We had a friendship. I'm like, what?
Point was that there seems to be real critical mass for the local focus, which it seems like you've reached it. You've gotten the point where you're going to gain a lot more attention by focusing on Brittany Griner or, Kanye or whatever. You've been doing these almost like TMZ style.
So he just goes, so there seems to be, the only reason I'm bringing up Melton is because it seems like the local stuff has critical mass and you reached it. It's like, no. He started his podcast was dead and dumb. Go back and watch it. He was commenting about COVID stuff. It was dead. I started talking about him and then he started talking about everyone. He's a joke thief. He's an idea thief. He's a theme thief. He has no original ideas. No one ever said they were his friend or had a relationship with him. That's insane. Okay. But we got this brain dead idiot interviewing him here going like, seems like you've reached critical mass with the local stuff like Brittany Griner. It's like, what? What? Yeah, you're really hitting on all ends with the January 6th stuff. Keeping it local. Oh, God. What a fucking nudge.
Breakdowns, which that's content. I mean, that's how you get that. You're casting a much wider net, and that's how you're going to get a bigger following. And
so now he's saying the local stuff is casting a wider net, and that's how you get a bigger following. What?
That's I'm because I'm at the phase where I'm still doing local. And to expand.
No, you
really
aren't.
Kind of good at it. Build a nice little base, and then build up from there, like building a fire. Type of thing. So, as someone who is, a few months into this reboot, dealing with the local stuff, which is where you were, and now you're focused more on bigger stuff. It's just an interesting dynamic. You know what I mean? Because I've always respected you as an experienced comedian. And I see comedy as the same as like I come from martial arts. Because jiu-jitsu is like if you have the higher rank, they need more stuff than you. And so shut up and take the advice because they've already been there. You're already in the spot where you're at. You don't need to blaze your own trail if you have people who are willing to give you advice who are right there. So
what is this guy even saying?
What I noticed about, and this last I'll say about it, was that it is this weird harping in the local scene. I don't think I've even seen this guy. I didn't even pay attention until he started talking about other open micers.
I love that Ty has told him, look at the look on Ty's face, by the way. Ty has told him he doesn't want to talk about me and David Hulett. And by the way, hey, David, are you that fucking brain dead? How dumb are these open micers in this scene? Hello? You sound like Casper, you fucking idiot. I haven't even seen this guy around. I could sleep upside down like a bat for a year, shake it off, and 5 minutes later, perform you out of the water if you'd practiced every day while I was napping. You don't see me because you're at Thai restaurants at midnight, dog. I'm watching TV. I don't need to try this hard. I'm better than you. I'll always be better than you. And it might have something to do with your whole fucking head being treated like a packet of crisps a bear is trying to open at a campsite. Okay? Just cauliflower-eared you to hell. Okay? So, I have sympathy for you, dog. But you and Casper thinking the hottest fucking insult to me is I haven't even seen this guy. I haven't even seen this guy. This guy, he doesn't even come around. I work at some of the best places that serve beans on tortillas in town, and I haven't seen him out. It's like, okay. Name the place, name the time, $1,000 to a charity of your choice. I've offered all of you this. All of you. Where are you now? Wise guys, let's book it on a Thursday night. Charity showdown. We can make it part roast battle, part stand-up comedy show. And you can come out and show everybody your matching Skippy Sprinkles traumatic brain injury. Okay? You guys can come out and tinkle your fucking little keyboards. Casper can lay down the heat. You know, it's easy to beat Johnny Brem. Come at me. For money, for a fundraiser. You won't do it. You all talk hot shit, and your biggest insult is, I haven't even seen him around town at the shitholes I frequent. Good one, dog. You won't.
You know, like these did one on, you know, some people we know, where it's like, why? You know, do you not have bigger fish to fry? Like, what is going on there? So anyway.
I'm not looking for big fish, okay? We did that in the 90s back when we kept it real. We're looking for tasty fish, okay? We're looking for some fish with some fat on it. I want to make good sushi rolls, okay? We're looking for fish, okay? Do you have bigger fish to fry? No, this is fucking hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. Why are these guys making fun of you? Don't you have the guys we make fun of you have on as cool guests. So you're not the kind of guy we're looking for approval from. But thank you. I love that. Literally, one of the guys we think is one of the biggest dopes in the world, you think the cool guy to have on. Why is he making fun of you? I don't get it. You're slow, bitch. I've always looked up to you as that's one of my points.
Everyone has like a different approach to how they do the social media.
Talks out of his like, I don't know why he does it like this, but everybody does have a different approach.
And you're very goal-oriented. You've always had.
I've never reached one, but I hope to one day.
Any one person or one thing for too long. Like, even when it comes to, like, you know, current events.
Was it just vaping on camera? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, you know, there's times that I can.
Did you make these on-screen graphics in Word? Holy shit.
Make 3 or 4 videos on something that's happening in the news. But I just feel like once I've covered it, I've kind of covered it. So maybe I'll go back. Like, there's one that I want to talk about that's kind of I've got more information about it now from a comic that I know that was actually.
Believe it or not, these two Mensa members talk for 90 minutes. And I'd love to sit here with you and watch all 90 minutes of it. But I'd rather skip you forward to 51 minutes where Ty gets just as cringy and creepy about hiding his age as Dan Ninen. Now, we know Ty is in his 70s. We don't know exactly how old he is. We know he hides it. We know he won't really reveal it. But keep your eye Keep your eye on this part of Tai Rivera's face right here. Now, in case you don't know, he has metal here, 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 and here. This piece of metal right here, this little BB right here, is going to fall out of his face. I wish this was a joke. This piece of metal is going to fall out of our boy's face right on camera. Okay.
Especially something that has become such a hot button topic lately. Because I think that's another issue where people are like, wait a second, like all of a sudden this is a thing? I mean, I know there's probably a different take from the LGBT community, but on my side of things, like it's like my father, right? So like my dad came out of the closet, but like in his 60s. To me, he was a straight man my whole life, and then one day he's a gay guy, and that's confusing as fuck. So when you see a huge cultural shift that feels like that, it can be real off-putting. But you hear about like Blair White, Buck Angel, and they say, look, this is me, I'm this, I'm that, I do this, I do that, this is what I like, this is what I don't, and it was like, okay.
But I think there's also something to be said for, if you look at Buck Angel, if you were to just see him on the street, you would always think he's just a man.
I recall Buck Angel making me think of like the Leatherman from the Village People with a vagina.
Yeah, but like, you know,
here it goes.
He was Buck Angel.
Sorry, I went back a little too much. We're coming up on the age stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same with Blair White. She's a really pretty girl.
Right.
And so you'd always, like, you know, and so there's something to that too. There's a certain security that comes with that, where it's kind of like society is always giving them what they want anyway.
Okay, I see. It's easier for them to say.
Sorry about this. We will get to it. We are going to get to it.
Like, you know, I don't think that that's like, you know, like in the way that people would, because like you see people in the
today, Junior.
Kind of like you have pretty privilege, you know what they call pretty privilege,
right?
And so,
right,
in a certain way, it is true. But then, like, this is kind of complicated for me to talk about, and I don't mind talking about it at all. But it's kind of complicated for me to talk about because of the generation that I come from. You know,
what year were you born, or do you mind?
I'm Gen X.
Gen X. So
yeah.
Were you born?
I don't discuss my age.
I was born
in specific age.
Like, again, who are these people? I don't discuss Melton. I don't discuss my age. Everyone's running from their age. It's so funny. It's like, you can't stop this, bitch. Here it goes. Watch it fall. Listen for it. I'm telling you, you're going to think I doctored this tape. It's on Facebook that you can go watch. 76 other people have. Go watch it go ding, 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 ding. You'll hear it literally go ting, 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 ting across the table. I shit you not. Watch.
Happen.
I was feel it. All right.
Give me that back.
I want this.
Oh, wait, it's not that one. Which one is it? I can't tell. The top lip? Oh, fuck.
What is that? What did you, is that one of your face things? Where did you get that? Okay.
Up,
are you adding on? Are we having a new version?
One of my face things.
No. Take my tripod and stick it on your ear.
Piercing.
You decorative bastard. What do you, okay, how about this? I was born in 1980.
He's so embarrassed.
High school together.
Sure.
All right, fine.
Like, you know, and the like in the way that people would, because like you see people in the community come after them about that all the time, because they're kind of like, you have pretty privilege, you know what they call pretty privilege,
right?
And so it's true in a certain way, it is true, but then like this is kind of complicated for me to talk about, and I don't mind talking about it at all, but it's kind of complicated for me to talk about because of the generation that I come from. You know,
what year were you born, or do you mind?
I'm Gen X.
Gen X. So
yeah.
Were you born?
I don't discuss my age.
I was born
my
in
specific age. Doesn't happen.
I was
feel it.
all right.
Give me that back.
I want this. What is that? What did you? Is that one of your face things? Where did you get that? Okay. Are you adding on? Are we having a new version?
One of my face things.
I'm gonna take my tripod and stick it under your ear.
Piercing.
You decorative bastard.
It's just one of my piercings. So in the past month, this guy has had teeth fall out of his head, piercings fall out while he's talking on podcasts. He won't mention his age while he rots every time a camera's rolling. Like, this is crazy. So this is an hour and a half long, awful podcast. Feel free to go watch that and wreck your life. I'm not. I can't. I'm getting to a point where I can't sit through Tai Rivera stuff. And luckily, I don't think he'll be around this city for very much longer. Hey, do me a favor. Join the Overdose. Buy something from our store. Talk to you later. Bye. I've got a plan to end the...
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you deploy if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces. Have you stacking NLO point? It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the Taco Pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold. The family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NLO. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the onions that nobody like pass. Have my homeboy lame prank call him fast. Have him thinking that he hates him like right before he berates him. And the way that he baits him, put him right on blast. Like Patrick is an asshole and his show won't last. And every time I call this